Now, I'm sure many of you have been enjoying the sunshine today, but in some parts it got so hot that health alerts were issued as temperatures climbed to their highest for the year so far. And it looks like we haven't seen the end of it yet. So Claire is joining us now. Evening, Claire.
Hi
what
there.
more have we got in store then? Is this the start of summer finally?
Certainly, if you like the hot and sunny weather, particularly for southern areas. Today, we saw a temperature of 28.2 degrees Celsius in Kew Gardens, and the heat will continue to intensify over the next few days, peaking on Friday, where temperatures across England and Wales will reach 28 to 34 degrees Celsius. And for many of us, that is just too hot.
Really is hot. Is it a similar picture across the whole of the UK?
For Scotland and Northern Ireland, it's a little fresher. Temperatures about average. We're seeing some fine weather, particularly in shelter spots towards the east, but there is some rain around and it will turn even cooler here through the weekend. And eventually we will see that fresher air further south. But at the moment, it's really just slap on that sun cream, freshen up if you can, drink lots of water. Don't go out in the midday sun when we're seeing the highest temperatures, and try and keep your indoors as cool as possible because the heat is only going to get hotter and higher.
Is it quite unusual to get a weather warning like this in June? We're more used to them in July and August, aren't we?
Yes, you're absolutely right. We don't tend to get heat waves as often in June. I mean, the last one really, many of us will remember, well, I certainly do, was in 1976, where we saw a temperature of 35.6 degrees Celsius. I don't think we'll reach that value on Friday, but certainly we are more likely to see heat waves through July and August, when the heat really just is held in the ground and the sea surface temperatures are higher as well. So this one's quite a blip, really. It's a short blast of heat. For some of us, that's great news. Enjoy it whilst it lasts, and it probably will return in some shape or form through the next few months.
There's one question I've got to ask that I'm hoping you can help with. Lots of people have been complaining that their hay fever is particularly bad at the moment. Is that connected to this hot weather?
Yes, it is. To be honest, over the last few months, we've seen a really good growing season through spring. We saw some relatively warm air, but also some wet conditions. So, in the UK, we have over 150 different species of grass, and they certainly had a field day when it came to growing through springtime. And now this weather is conducive to seeing more in the way of pollen. It's very high across the UK at the moment, particularly across England and Wales, and even high across central and northern areas of Scotland. So my heart goes out to everyone who's suffering from hay fever at the time, particularly through sort of the early part of the morning. Around this time of day, we see a peak as well. But it will wane through the latter part of the weekend as we see fresher air come in from the north.
OK, excellent. Thank you so much for the update, Claire. I think we're all looking forward to a little bit of sunshine. We deserve it, don't we?